Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to WGE Metal, and it's me, Gordy, back on commentary for the first time in about a year. I do kind of sound like Danny Sullivan, but I'm not Danny Sullivan. So let's just get that out the way real quick. We just sound alike, we're not the same person. But it's just me on commentary for today. Billy Bob Fritz, Gerald Everett, and Danny are all on a break here. You know, Danny said he has to go to attend some things. He has to do some things before Gunpoint. Gerald and Billy Bob, they're just not here today. I don't know why. But tonight on WGE Metal, the last metal before WGE Gunpoint, we got a pretty good card here. We got Jish Cook taking on Danny White after both men won #1 contender triple threats. The winner of this match will face P-Dub at Gunpoint. So I'm looking forward to that. Eli Ace and Jack Saban from Rivals to Partners, they'll be taking on Sea Creature and Toadfish. Cody Cobain will be taking on Enigma. And we got a lot more to look forward to that has yet to be revealed, yet to be determined. And let's see if I still got it. Let's see if I'm still good at commentary all by myself, you know. I feel a little rusty, you know. I haven't done commentary in a minute. But again, I'm glad to be back here, back behind this table. And let's waste no time. We got P-Dub starting the show. Alright, here comes P-Dub, you know. It was made official that he'll be taking on Max Bailey for the WGE title at Gunpoint, and he'll be facing either Jish Cook or Danny White. But let's hear what P-Dub has to say. This is a bit of a surprise here. And would you look at that, we got ourselves a main event set for tonight. P-Dub and James Bass. That's going to be a good one. I'm looking forward to that. But that's our main event. Coming up next, though, Jish Cook and Danny White to determine who will challenge P-Dub for the Platinum title. That's up next. Alright, here we go. Danny White, you know, the conversation between him and Danny Sullivan got leaked about a week or two ago, where, you know, Danny said to Danny White where he wants to pay off Kel's fines after he was fired, and, you know, the deal was made where Kel can return to WG once his fines are paid off, but until then still unemployed. And, you know, Danny White was trying to pay for him, but Danny White just doesn't have the money. So Danny Sullivan made a deal saying that if Danny White can win enough matches, him and John Terry both, Kel can come back as long as he pays at least half of the fine and gets enough victories. So, you know, if he could beat Jish Cook here, that'll do big things. You know, I bet Kel is sitting back watching this, rooting for Danny White here. But Jish Cook, you know, this guy's been on a great run. You know, he defeated Danny White last month and John Terry. He was put on the shelf by Kel for a week or two, but, you know, he came back and made Kel lose his job. So I guess he got the last laugh in that exchange. So, you know, Danny White definitely looking for some revenge here, you know. Looking to get back that win from last month and looking to avenge Kel. But Jish Cook, this guy's just been different ever since he cut off the dead weight a few months back. You know, teamed with Danny Sullivan at WrestleMania, won that match against two people we don't talk about no more. But looking to get his hands back on some championship gold. You know, the last title Jish Cook held was the multiversal title. Back in November, he won it at WGE Civil War. But Danny White, another guy looking to prove himself here. You know, he's been in WGE since it came back, but just hasn't been able to win a big one yet, you know. Start things off with a lockup here. Jish Cook. You know, Jish Cook's... I've been seeing Jish Cook improving a lot, you know, like, very, like, technical here. Danny White not backing down here. Fighting out, and he's going to roll up Jish Cook. Jish does get the ropes, though. Danny, look at this. You know, Danny White showed his true potential last week, or 2 days ago, when he defeated Cody Cobain and Jack Saban. A very good triple threat, and he's bringing the fight to Jish Cook here. Oh, man. Cook's down. Quick kick out there. He's going to have to do a lot more to take down the tribal megastar. To the corner we go. But Danny White gets shoved. You know, Jish Cook, he has had his fair share of matches with P-Dub in the past. You know, he beat P-Dub before, but look at Jish. That's another thing. Jish Cook has been reaching in his bag lately, doing moves I've never seen him do before, and I've known this guy for a really long time. A pop-up Samoan drop, and Jish Cook, huge strike there, gonna try a cover again. Danny flips, gets the shoulder up, but Jish Cook has control here. Maybe I spoke too soon. Danny White, look at this. Oh man, look at him picking up Jish Cook. Cook's stunned. Avoids that, psychs him out, and look at this! Danny White! What a lariat! And Danny White's getting fired up here. Nice drop kick by Danny. And would you look at this? Huge crossbody. He's doing way better than he did the last time he fought Jish. He's got Jish set up here. Oh. Jish rolls through. Oh, God. And that one mistake. Jish Cook's getting fired up here. Back body drop. And a nice spine buster. Cook now. Northern Lights, and now the bridge. Great agility by Jish. And the fisherman suplex. Danny White is down. Oh, but he just barely pops the shoulder up. That was almost it for Danny White. And Jish looking to slow the pace down here. But Danny White got countered by Jish. No John Terry in sight, but Danny White doesn't need it. Danny White's going up. We've seen this before. Oh, what a counter. Jish moved out the way. And what is Jish? What? Oh my God. When have we ever seen Jish do that? Danny White is stunned. And Jish Cook. DDT. Danny White is down. And Jish Cook is going to Gunpoint. What a match. Incredible performance by both men. WGE Metal off to a great start here. You know, I thought Danny White had it there. He took too much time. You know, he was going for that patented 450 elbow drop. You know, that's a crazy move to hit. And if he were to hit that, he probably would have been on the way to seeing Pete up at gunpoint. But Jish Cook, again, keeping that momentum I was talking about. And look at this. Jish has really been reaching in his bag lately. And look at this move he's been doing a lot more recently. Look at that. The bridge into the fisherman suplex. Wasn't enough, but that definitely did a lot. But you know, after countering that 450 elbow drop, Jish would do a springboard and then a DDT. And not too many people are getting up from that. Great effort by Danny White, but just not enough to take down the megastar. And Peta better be ready, because Jish Cook will be seeing Peta at gunpoint. Great match between these two. Well, here comes Enigma after him, Ryan G, and Carl Young ambushed Adam after Adam picked up a win over Ryan G. I hope we get some answers here, you know, explaining this little alliance they got going on here. Uh-oh. You know, you should have expected this. Here comes the multiversal champion. Oh, come on! An Enigma. Oh, but Adam ain't taking it. And we got ourselves a brawl. And I think we just found a match for gunpoint. Adam made the challenge. And Adam bringing the fight. And Enigma gets sent out. Adam waiting for Enigma to get back to his feet. Enigma's in the drop zone. Adam's gonna go. Then Enigma escapes. Enigma gonna escape Adam. But he won't be able to hide at gunpoint because I think we just got ourselves a match. Adam and Enigma for the Multiversal Championship at gunpoint. Who says no? Back here on Metal after the encounter between Enigma and Adam. We got a newly formed tag team making their debut. You know, it started off as like a little friendly rivalry between Jack Saban and Eli Ace. You know, Jack Saban pitched the idea and they found opponents, and we're gonna see what Jack Saban and Eli Ace can do as partners. You know, they had two great matches together as rivals, so you know, I don't see why they can't work as a duo. You know, I think these guys can be a great threat to the tag division. But I guess time will tell. You know, Jack Saban has just been really looking for opportunity. You know, he put up a great fight against Eli Ace, both matches they had. Although he didn't come up victorious, he still had a great showing. He's been on a career resurrection since that, and you know, Eli Ace, a youngster, you know, he could use some mentoring from a veteran such as Jack Saban. This guy's been in here for a long time, you know, so why not just try it? Let's see what they can do. Eli Ace and Jack Saban, newly formed tag team. Let's see if they have the chemistry to take down these two. This duo. The protectors of the deep, apparently, you know, sea creature and toadfish, both coming from the same part. You know, these guys both live underwater. I don't really know what the problem is with these guys. Sea creature, been in WG for a long time. Toadfish hasn't done anything notable since coming to WG. Came in WG last year. So, you know, maybe if Eli Ace and Jack Saban don't work out as a tag team, maybe these two can work out as a tag team, you know. Toadfish, remember he broke Sebastian's nose in one of his first matches. But we're gonna see which team is better, you know. Both of these teams are both fairly new, to say the least. But we're gonna see what these teams can do here. You know, we don't really get a lot of tag team action here on Metal because the tag team champions of WG are Helion and Mosh Pit, you know, and they're unrivaled. But we're gonna see. You know, maybe whoever wins this match could be next in line for them tag titles. Ace wasting no time. Sea Creature still going. Oh man. Another thing, Sea Creature is a beast in that ring, you know. We seen him a few weeks back. He lost to Kel, but this guy's just a monster, Sea Creature. Dominating the rookie, Eli Ace. But Ace not gonna back down. Which is... Ace. Working Sea Creature here. Nice drop kick there, bringing him down. I'll try a cover. Sea Creature kicking out with ease though, you know, this guy. Still not, like, he's still not going down. Oh, man. Kick up by Ace, but doesn't really matter. Sea Creature. Gonna tag in Toadfish. A little bit of teamwork here. Oh, man. And Toadfish gonna try the cover here. Kick out by Ace, but this match has been mostly in favor of... Oh my god, what was that? This match has been mostly in favor of Toadfish and Sea Creature, to say the least. Kick. And Ace. You know, with a smaller target in Toadfish here. But Toadfish, very agile. This guy doesn't really get a lot of opportunities to show it on TV. And Toadfish, not quick enough. Here comes Jack Saban. Ace taking a little bit of a breather, and here comes Jack. Nice knee, and a poison rana. And Toadfish. Is Jack Saban gonna let it happen? Jack Saban taking a chance here. Oh, and Jack Saban was about to take Sea Creature's head off. Saban. A lot of strikes here. Sea Creature not going down though. And he's got Sea Creature in the corner. Nice kick. Tag to Eli Ace. Sea Creature still not going down. Tag again. Oh, and that brought him down. An incredible knee there by Jack Saban, bringing down Sea Creature. But he's right back up. Dodges that. And nice Meteora. Sea Creature still stunned. Nice strike there. Sea Creature. And that brought him down. And Sea Creature. This has been a very interesting match here. Toadfish tags in. Oh, nice move there by Ace. To the corner goes Toadfish, and Eli Ace seen an attack coming from Sea Creature, and Ace! Down goes Sea Creature! Super kick! Tag is made! And a nice brain buster now! And both Sea Creature and Toadfish are down. These two are working together. Ace is going high risk. It's a little far away, but he made it. What a leap of faith. Sea Creature still stunned, and Sea Creature gets taken out. Tag to Jack Saban. These two are working as a unit. Ace comes back in, takes out Sea Creature again. And Jack Saban! What a kick! And these two definitely showing their potential there. What a match! A very great performance from both teams. But Eli Ace and Jack Saban definitely showing their chemistry there. You know, Toadfish and Sea Creature, I think we already knew these two were together. But Saban and Ace, you know, they had the strategy. Look at that chemistry right there, working together to bring out Sea Creature. Eli Ace played a huge role in Sea Creature getting taken out of the match entirely. You know, Saban was somehow able to get Sea Creature up here for a brain buster. That was crazy. But then look at this jump from halfway across the ring. Are you kidding me? Eli Ace is definitely a one-of-a-kind talent here. Look at this. He brought Sea Creature, took him out, and right here, while Saban was lining him up, Eli Ace seen it, and he took Sea Creature out to make sure he couldn't break it up. And that kick, not a lot of people are getting up from that. And Toadfish out cold. And a victory for Eli Ace and Jack Saban. You know, if I'm Helion and Mosh Pit, I'm watching out, because these two have potential to be a really great duo together. Well, we're back here on Metal, getting closer to the end here, but making his way to the ring right now. You know, we've seen him earlier. Enigma. And as you can see in the back there, Ryan G and Carl Young following him. This is so weird to see. You know, I think we do have it official. At Gunpoint, Enigma will be taking on. He will be taking on Adam for the multiverse title. I think that's like already given. You know, it's just so weird to see Carl Young and Ryan G alongside Enigma. I hate to say it, but I think this alliance really works out. You know, they all have similar goals and like aspirations and all that. You know, they both hate Adam. They all hate Adam, if we're gonna be honest. You know, Ryan G just took an L to him. Enigma had his problems with Adam earlier last year, and you know, Carl Young has been having recent problems. But here comes Cody Cobain. Not just gonna sit back and watch these guys try to take over. You know, he's had his fair share of problems with Ryan. He might have had a match or two with Enigma in the past. And Cody Cobain looks to halt Enigma's momentum here after attacking Adam. He looks to be a roadblock, a bump in the road for Enigma as he prepares to take on Adam at gunpoint. And Cody Cobain, you know, he's got to have eyes in the back of his head for this one because he's got Ryan G and Carl Young to watch out for, as well as Enigma, the cunning Enigma. I don't envy Cody here. But you know, don't count out Cody, a former Royal Rumble winner, Money in the Bank winner, WGE champion, Burner Skull champion, you name it, Cody's done it. And he takes on Enigma here, like I said, looking to halt his momentum. You know, this ain't gonna be a pretty match. Cody wasted no time beating the hell out of Enigma. And we are wasting no time. Carl Young can't even talk. This guy's just giving sign language. But Cody, not gonna be the idiot. And Cody launching himself! And Carl Young's gonna get some too! Into the barricade he goes. Oh, but you know, like I said, Ryan and Carl Young, I knew they were going to play a role here. DDT, Enigma looking to make this a quick one. Look at this. Oh, come on. Leg drop there. But Cody refuses to lose here. Cody Cobain wasting no time with a cut on his face and all. Rolls through. Nice kick on Enigma. Clothesline brings him down. And a nice hurricanrana by Cody. And again, is that Ryan G distracting him now? And Enigma gonna take advantage this time. Roll him up. Cody hangs on. That was getting close there. Clothesline gets countered. And Cody, super kick for Enigma. And Enigma kicks out again. And Enigma now looking to get control, but he doesn't get it. And now it's the former ally. When's the referee going to step in and do something about this? Carl Young's exposing the turnbuckle again, and I think he sees it. Oh, wait, behind you, Cody! A low blow by Enigma! Oh, come on. And Enigma gonna drop Cody right on his head. And with help from his little new buddies, Enigma's gonna pick up a win. Oh, come on. That's just sad to witness. Cody Cobain really tried his best there to fend off all three of those men, but it just wasn't enough. And Enigma getting some momentum in before gunpoint. If I'm Adam, I'm honestly going to be a little worried for my title run. Because, you know, this trio has potential to be unstoppable. Sky's the limit for these three. Unfortunately, look at this. Cody Cobain noticed the referee trying to fix the turnbuckle. Referee had his back turned and a low blow by Enigma, followed by the Afterlife Experience, dropping Cody right on his already bloody head. And you know, Enigma gonna take down Cody Cobain. While Enigma celebrates, we gotta gear up for our main event as P-Dub takes on James Bass. And that's next. Alright, here we go. It's main event time. And making his way down first, the former Platinum Champion, James Bass. You know, he set out the challenge earlier tonight. And I'm really looking forward to this match. You know, these two have had their fair share of wars against each other, and every single time, whether it was just one-on-one, a triple threat, any of that, these two never disappoint in that ring. And I don't think it'll be any different here tonight. James Bass, you know, basically put the Platinum Championship on the map. You know, this is non-title, but you know, if James Bass can knock off P-Dub here, and if P-Dub is still Platinum Champion after Gunpoint, there's no doubt that James Bass might be able to reclaim his baby, you might be able to say. But, you know, Bass, this guy's just incredible, you know. He had a pretty big bump in the road for the last few months. But, you know, he took some time off after Mania. You know, he's just been red hot lately. Picking up wins over Danny White and the debuting DJ BD. But, you know, this guy's just been on another level. P-Dub, double duty almost every night. He was holding the WGE title and the Platinum title at the same time. And look at who's behind P-Dub. Can we get a look there? Take a look. I think Jish Cook's going to be observing from afar. You know, he's probably going to be studying P-Dub as he'll be challenging him at Gunpoint. You know, Jish Cook just defeated Danny White earlier tonight. And, you know, I think this is smart strategy by Cook, you know. I don't think Jish is going to try anything sneaky. I think he's just going to sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride here. Enjoy the match, because, you know, we got a banger coming up. But Jish Cook still going to study who he'll be going up against. And I think P-Dub is definitely aware that the megastar is right behind him. But, you know, do you think this puts a little bit more pressure on the Platinum Champion? Because now he's got the #1 contender watching. He's got another top contender in the ring with him. And he also has to worry about Max Bailey, which I don't think he's here tonight, but you just never know. This guy, so I'm talking about P-Dub on another level. You know, this guy's just a workhorse here in WGE, and, you know, it's great to see Platinum Champion, and he could very well be a double champion after Gunpoint once again. Once again, this is non-title, but if Bass can pick up a win, that'll be huge. And again, P-Dub needs to get as much momentum as possible heading into Gunpoint. Colin, I will tell you up here, these guys are going to the corner here. You know, there is a lot of respect between these two. No cheap shots. Locking up again. P-Dub gets the upper hand again. Oh, it's counter by Bass. Now another corner goes P-Dub. And a counter. They're going to try a roll-up here. Kick out by Bass. Now Bass going to try it. Roll-up of his own. Now it's going to be P-Dub kicking out. These guys know each other so well. P-Dub's going to try and roll up again. Look at this. These guys are just going crazy. P-Dub kicks out again. And you know, I think we're off to a great start here. lock up once again. Bass has P-Dub staggered against the ropes here. Referee once again going to break him up. Nobody has been able to find a common ground here. Locking up once again here. This is a technical masterpiece going on between these two. Now P-Dub with the headlock. Nice shot there. Keeping on the offensive here. James Bass has to find a way out. And he is going to. Nice strength by the former champion. And Bass might finally have an opening here. Nice splash there. And a senton. You know, this match had a very technical start, but James Bass wasted no time. Backbreaker there, quick pin. You know, P-Dub not going down without a fight. Oh, man! And an elbow drop to follow up there. P-Dub gonna try to cover himself there. He just threw Bass up. You know, this has been a very, very even contest here. Bass 2-0 since making his return. I don't think he wants to give up a loss here. And P-Dub, you know, the #1 contender watching front row here. And I know Max Bailey is definitely watching this somewhere, wherever he may be. And Bass rolls through. Nice super kick. Bass. Kick out by the champ. Oh, man, a Regalplex. P-Dub kicks out again, though. Bass just working P-Dub here. P-Dub gonna give up here. P-Dub just gonna roll out. Oh, nice knee. And P-Dub nice chop by Bass. And Bass coming in hot. P-Dub. Oh, nice counter from P-Dub though. And here comes P-Dub. Nice springboard. Oh, and I think P-Dub was going for the blue thunder bomb there, but Bass countered. Great counter, code breaker. And Danny Sullivan has to be watching this match. Just got his move stolen. Not enough to take down P-Dub though. Code breaker by Bass, and Bass. This match has been in his favor for the most part. Brainbuster, P-Dub is down. He's gonna kick out again though. P-Dub. Get these chops. P-Dub, nice kick there. And P-Dub. Nice kick. Oh my goodness. Did you hear that? And Bass. I don't even think Bass knows where he is right now. Out the ring goes Bass. And P-Dub setting it up. Oh, man. And Bass in trouble here. Bass stunned. Here comes P-Dub. P-Dub again here. Look at this. Just cooking a nice... Just seeing it all happen. Better watch out, Jish, because here comes Bass. And now P-Dub Here comes P-Dub. Oh! And a knee. P-Dub is down. P-Dub slow to recover here, but he's getting back up. But it's James Bass. Was waiting for it. Here comes Bass. This match is incredible. Two of the best here on Metal, arguably just having a slugfest here. Oh! And a drop kick again by Bass. And Bass gonna reset the count. P-Dub swoops the leg though. Is P-Dub gonna take a count out victory? Or he's not. I think he's just lining up his man. James Bass is stunned and P-Dub does it that time. And you know, he's talking to Jish saying, you see that? That's what you're gonna see at Gunpoint. And now back into the ring we go. P-Dub. Kick to the gut. And now P-Dub. Oh, great move there. Bass is down. And is Bass gonna be out? No. Just barely kicking out there, James Bass. Absolute banger of a match here. First move there by P-Dub. Oh, P-Dub took too much time. Bass right there. P-Dub dodges it there. And Bass. Look at this. Oh my God. An apron DDT by James Bass. That might be all she wrote. P-Dub. Back into the ring we go. James Bass gonna try the cover. And it's still not enough. What is keeping this man alive? And Bass just trying to think of something here. To the top rope goes James Bass. Oh my goodness! And a Nova Roller lands! What a counter by P-Dub! And no! No! It's somehow not enough. And P-Dub, a stare down there. I don't think P-Dub expected him to kick out of that. But P-Dub winning the trade of blows here. But Bass not slipping away one enziguri. Bass has an opening here. To the top rope we go. And this is looking ugly. Bass. Oh my God. Oh my God. What was that? But it's not enough. Bass with an incredible move there. And was going for a cutter, great counter by P-Dub though. Another counter there. Looked like a Rough Rider. Bass into the corner goes Bass! And what a shot by P-Dub! Bass is stunned. And another Nova Roller! now this time, center of the ring, Peta picks up the win. We're just watching. What a match. And this is the workhorse rate I've been talking about with Peta, man. This was just, you know, he has 2 huge matches ahead of him. Anyone else could have just let this match go, you know, just let it be a filler, but Peta just gave us an incredible match, and nothing to take away from Bass either. You know, it took 2 Nova Rollers. This guy refused to back down, and you know, I hope this isn't the last time we ever see these guys go at it. What a match. But Peta gets momentum heading into Gunpoint. Jish Cook watching front row, and Bailey watching wherever Bailey is. There were so many instances where I thought this match was over. But right there, you see that Insaguri-like move. I think that knocked Bass out for a second. And when he finally recovered, he'd be met with a Nova Roller right between the eyes. In the center of the ring, Peta would pick up the win over James Bass. Incredible match here. And, you know, he better hold on to that title for dear life, because I know Jish Cook is watching. I know Jish Cook wants his hands on that title. But I hope you all enjoyed this episode of Metal, and I hope we see you all for WGE Gunpoint. Uh-oh. And here comes the champ. And a stare down. It's what it's all about. Hope to see you all at Gunpoint.